So in last class, we have completed that retrofit related. So retrofit related that lot of things we completed here last class. Now we will uh, go to the next topic. So that is that reusability. So we want to reusable the user interface. Like for example, I have created one user interface here. Let us say last time we created one recycler view. So once we created that recycler view, I want to use that recycler view in anywhere within application with very minimal code. Means like just I'll create one particular space for that. So on that particular place, I'll add that code with minimum like 3 to 4 lines of code. I can create that entire code, means that is a reusability. So what happens if we reuse this? So if we reuse that one, so there we will get a better option, like easily we can get that. So easily we can get that with the minimum code, like we can get a more profit, more benefit that we will get there. So for that, now like means it is a reusability as well as very less code it will complete. So that we will see how we will get that we can check here now. So for that, now that concept called here fragment. So we will use the fragment here. So fragment is nothing but here. So easily we can reuse the user interfaces by using this. So like with very less code, we will do that fragment. So for that, I'll create one project. So even like lifecycle also will discuss about that. So for that, I'm creating one here new project. So new project with MTV's activity. So fragment, just I have created a fragment example. So with this example, now we will see here now how the fragments code will work here. So I'm closing this. So means from this particular page. So in this particular page, I'll create two things, like two buttons I'll create. So in the same page on the particular specified position, I load the different page data into here. This so that how this will happen. So that we will see here. So that we will see here. Just a minute. So it is coming right. Okay. So in this now, I'll take this. Yeah. So now here. We'll add that data binding. So data binding enable equal to true. So this I added. So let us sync this.
When we will prefer the fragment to use?
Yeah, so I'll explain that scenarios. First, we will see this code. So where we will use what is it means after seeing the output now, so easily you can understand. So that just let me finish this first. So here layout. So here I'm adding the layout. So this I'm taking linear layout. So here I'll write this as a fragment example. So I define this as a fragment example. Fragment example. Then here now I'll take one button. So match parent wrap content ID. So that is the frag one. So fragment one. So text. So I'll write the text here. So call F1. So fragment one. So some margin 10 dp. Done. Okay. Orientation, we have to give the orientation, right? So I give an orientation as horizontal. So similar way, I'll write one more button. So two buttons. So this will called as a fragment 2. Then this will called as a 2. So then bottom of this, now I want the bottom of this. Now I want the next step. So that is here now. I'm creating here means whatever the different fragment content I want to replace here. So that is, so both height and width, I'm taking a match parent. So in this entire this page, like I'll take some background as well. So within this background color here, now I want to replace the fragment view. So for this, now I'm giving the ID. So that is frame. So with this the frame layout, we will create that. So for this, I'm giving margin 10 dp. So I created like this margin 10 dp. Now within this, now we will replace the fragment code. So for this to replace the fragment code, now here we have to write the listener. So first var binding, so var binding colon. So that is activity main binding equal to null. Right here, binding equal to, so data binding util, data binding util dot set content. So here this dot. So here now this I'll replace this. What happened? This import is not coming. Just a minute. So data binding util, it is correct only. So data binding utils. Yeah. So utils are util, not utils. Data binding. Maybe sometimes it will take little bit time. We'll wait. So now at least we'll apply the listener for that. So that is binding dot. So frag1 dot set on click listener. So once we click this one, now we have to add the fragment view into this. So to do that here now, I want that fragment listener, right? So for that, I'm defining the fragment var fragment manager. With that, we required the fragment manager. So just I'm declaring the fragment manager. Oh, sorry. First, this is the declaration, right? So fragment manager equal to fragment manager dot. So fragment manager dot fragment manager. So this. So with reference of this, I defined this fragment here. So then after this here now, we need a fragment transaction. So where we have to define the fragment transaction. Wait, why it is showing error here? So fragment manager. This is fragment manager. Okay. Why it is not coming? Yeah, we'll define like this. So our fragment manager, then fragment manager equal to get support fragment manager. So this is the one, get support fragment manager. So here with reference of this, right? Now we will get the next level. Okay, this also not required. Get support fragment manager. Then we need a fragment transaction. So here we'll define that where fragment transaction. So where fragment transaction, fragment transaction. So nothing but here column. So here these two we will do on the top. So fragment transaction. This I'll put here globally. This also I put here globally. So equal to nullify condition. Right, equal to nullify condition. So both I have declared here globally. Done. So then now here we supposed to get fragment transaction. Fragment manager. So fragment manager dot. This is the get fragment manager. It is coming small letter. Get fragment manager. Okay, we'll see here now. Fragment transaction equal to. So here we have to declare this fragment transaction as well. So that is with reference of this fragment manager. We'll do fragment manager dot begin transaction. So we are beginning the transaction here. So what kind of transaction here now we are doing here? Now for that here we have to do that fragment transaction dot replace. So we are replacing whatever the view we have, that we are replacing. So that is r dot id dot. So what is id? Like we created one layout called frame, right? So with the frame we are replacing. So with what we are replacing? So there we are replacing with the some new layout. So that I'll define the login fragment, something login frag. So login frag, I'm defining the login frag. So login frag, and here we have to define that is the var login frag equal to login frag. So this is a new fragment I'm declaring here like this. So now this we have to replace here login frag. Then here now we have to define that fragment transaction dot commit. So this is done. Now what we have to do here now with the reference of this, now we have to create one new fragment. So with that, now here we will create one new fragment. So like similar how we create an activity, similar way here we'll create. So here now see activity, here it is activity here fragment. So as of now here I'm creating with a blank fragment. So login frag. So this is the fragment I'm creating here. Now this is, so the new fragment is created, but whatever the code it is created here in this, that we will discuss after the output. So here fragment is created. For that here it is created one login fragment XML created. So XML is now hello blank fragment. Here it is this. But whenever we create a fragment, that no need to define within this, because fragment is nothing but it's in a view. So we created a view. So now it is clear. So this data binding util, if it is done, then we have to go, but why it is not coming here? So why it is not coming? Data binding util.
The fragment manager is a class.
Yes. Fragment manager is a predefined class. So from
And
the
transaction.
from the predefined class. So here we are calling this here one brace. Yeah. Now I'm running this. First we will see this output. So means there that view is replacing or not. Then we'll go and we'll see next level. So now I'm running this here. So it is running. We will see now. See here now it is empty. Here now just I want to click here this. What happened here? It not came anything. Support fragment manager. Yeah, I think this came wrong. So that's why not came. Now it will come. See, now here, that particular fragment, what is the data? It is loaded here. Now with the one text, you're not able to see here, but just will modify this something here. So this is the page, right? So in this page, so it's created with frame layout, but you can modify anything. So I'm changing this linear layout. So then here, now the orientation, vertical. So just we'll drag and drop few elements into this. So we will see here. One button, one image. One radio button, one switch. Height and width wrap content. Okay, this text is also, yeah, now it came. Yes. Now I'm running. Now we will see here in this view. See, I'm calling this. See, whatever that created here, it is replaced here. Means actual code, like whenever you ask the question, so where we will use this. So wherever you have to use some reusability functionalities. So this will help on this. Like also not only reusability functionalities, when you have to reduce the burden on a main thread. Let us say, now I'll open one simple app. Uh, yeah. So see, this is the one. So this is one of the application. Now see in this, so there are two graphs will be there in this, right? So two graphs. So this graph is on a different fragment. This is on a different fragment. Why? Because the two graphs, what is the data it is accessing with this is by some different APIs. So both are different APIs because if I put both in a same API, So application became very slow. So that is the reason. So we splitted that into two different APIs. So when the two different APIs, now I can different, like as simply I can call that particular from here to here, like means that fragment. So for this here, I have written one class for this graph, one store data, alert data. So there are two graphs. So the two graphs will be accessed in different. Let us, for example, one more thing, one more fragment I'll show you here. Now I'm clicking this. So notifications. So here these all are the notifications. So these all are the notifications here. Now I'll come back here. So here some other menu. I'll go to home. Here now see, here is the notification icon. Here also notification icon. So both are calling the same fragment. But if I go here with just we added one condition, with that it will come with the filter data. So for this particular this one, here there is no data 0. So here see, for this we have data. If I go here, now data is loading here like this, means that is also fragment. So means only I write the code one time, and the second time where I required, automatically I'll use from there with fragment code. It means how many lines of code we've written here with fragment? 3 to 4 lines of code. So with that 3 to 4 lines of code, I'll use that where I'll request that. So that is the way we are using this one here, right? So hope this one is clear, right? Now what I'll do here, I'll create one more second fragment here. So just I'll copy paste this code. So here instead of this login fragment, I'll put register fragment. So register fragment, but position is the same. So in the same place, I'm calling this. So because we created only one view, so again, I'll create one more here. One more fragment. So blank fragment. Blank fragment is created here. Now, so here we have to change the button. So this is the fragment 1 to fragment 2. We will change this, right? Now I'm running this code. See F1 like this, F2 like this. See here, empty content. Even if you go to Amazon, Flipkart, so they also mostly using these fragments only, because there are multiple. If I go something app, there should be a multiple. If I open Misho, it will be like multiple things will be there in this. So each multiple things, it should be different here like this. We have to do some different scenarios. So each, it should be a different. So each we have to go with the different cases. So each activity should be here. So normally it should be a different scenario, right? Like this, we have like, see, if I open this Burger King one more, you will also see now the data is loading in a different sections. So this section is one different fragment. This is one different fragment. This is one different fragment. Again in this fragment. So this is the view here now like this. So if I call, like, even if you now again you will feel here, like I open again this one, see here Burger King. So now you will feel like, see, two different kind of animation is playing here background. Both are loaded in a different time because each one running individually in a background. So when that particular response you got, so then that is loading here, like here clearly, right? So this is about the fragment. So if you see the life cycle of the fragment, so fragment life cycle. So this is almost our API, like our application life cycle similar to that here. This is here I have, I think. Clear image I have.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, how can we write AI integrated apps, sir? Like if we take a picture of the items in our fridge, we need to get a recipe where I can use those ingredients in the fridge and make a dish. How can we write that in Kotlin, sir? Using AI?
Yeah. So there are, if we want to use an AI, so there are different kind of things will be there. Like you said, like you are saying like simple, like you want to add different recipes in this, right? So for that, something like based on the case, we have to use different algorithms in means the coding, whatever we are writing. So that is almost it is the same, but we have to define that is what kind of means it will be means in AI there are different kind of. One is the generative AI, predictive AI, and the normal AI. So we have to define the first category. Means that particular requirement will comes under which category. So from that category, again we have to use like different algorithms. Let us say like I'll show you some small document. Mm, some requirement which I created for my some of the client. What happened here is scrapped. Not alert. Just a minute, document is opening. See here, this is like normally in a one application like that is a GPS tracking. So we have one GPS tracking. So there like who are having that, let us say some of my client is having the 400 vehicles. Previously is getting around 4,000 different notifications in a day. So that we customized by using the AI. So how? Like here we have to define based on. So first of all, like here, first we my target has to finish that alert. So on the alert, first we change that as a grouping. So for example, if I'm saying then a vehicle wise, right? So vehicle is going over speed. So when it is going an over speed, so like I defined overspeed is the let us say 10 kilometers. So if it is crossed 10 kilometers, 1001, 1002, 1008, like this, it is defined. Normal, it is going on four alerts. Instead of these four alerts, what we did is this we grouped. So every 10-15 minutes, just we are sending one summary by using the AI algorithm. So like in between of this 10 to 10-15, this is crossed four times. So that is one benefit, like one thing. So next one is like alert wise, we are defining the priority. So here power cut, red zone, like we define the power cut. So for this, see, we are using some alerts like light BGM, XG boost. So these all are the different algorithms we are using. So that is one algorithm.
So, while we are writing the code in Kotlin, we have to define what kind of algorithm we are using.
Correct. So based on the type, like now just you ask for that if it is a restaurant, so recipes. Like maybe I went there. Let us say I'm pure vegetarian. So you're pure non-vegetarian. So while opening the app itself, I'll ask that you want a pure vegetarian, you want a pure non-vegetarian, or vegetarian plus means vegetarian. It's a combo of maybe egg, something like that. I'll ask some of the few questions or few filters. It will be there. So based on that, automatically the algorithm will decide which one have to hide, which one has to hide. So what happens automatically if the data is filtered? So there I'll get the minimum data so that application could be speed. So that kind of thing. Like in my means which I went a hotel, there are total 50 items, including veg and non-veg. If I filter veg, maybe that is only 20 items will come. You preferred like non-veg. You get 20 items. Maybe some like Sweta defined egg. So she get 10 items. So automatically that kind of filtration has done. Or maybe I like Chinese. You like Indian. She likes North like South. So maybe that kind of categorization has to done. So for that respective, if you go for that view, for that already AI has some multiple algorithms. Means if you can develop from the scratch also, like by using the OpenAI, Olama, Gemini. So these all the people will provide. But if we want to use our own, the server cost will be increased. Let us say if I use Gemini or OpenAI, they charge some amount, but they will give that easiest way. They'll provide us based on top of that. We will define easily. But if I want to run same that Gemini kind of thing or this OpenAI,
Can we, instead of algorithms, can we use API keys?
yeah, that only I'm saying. See,
Okay.
there are two scenarios. See, here now, in some of the places, we will use this OpenAI. So OpenAI API keys, like, let me open this. So OpenAI. So here, see, we have, this is my company website. So here we are using the chatbot. So that is by using the OpenAI. If you want, you can, I'll share this, you can try later. So here, see now, there are three kind of inquiry. So one is the more information, contact sales, contact support. So here, if you want whatever the question you ask, that you are getting from the OpenAI. See here. Need more info about HMS. So this is by key only. So here, like while loading. So here I'll show you. So this is the one which I have already access. Means for this we have to pay some amount. When we use the keys, we have to pay some amount for that particular keys. See here it got generating this. So is founder. Business analyst.
How it is extracting the data?
From
It
this
is
complete
hidden.
website. So who is business analyst? It will extracting from the using API. This API we are using here.
Okay.
So here, okay, it is. I'll show you this tomorrow because it is asking some login. So I'll show you this tomorrow. So just I'll explain. I'll go more detail after this. So as of now, just I'll share this. You can check that one. I'll API keys. How can you use that? I'll show you tomorrow. Okay.
Sir, my father wanted to talk to you, sir, after the class.
Okay, fine.
I'll call you, sir, after class.
Okay.
After
Okay.
10-20 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.